It is. It's refreshing. Just like this NCIX spring water. Ah, excellent. Actually, I'm just kidding. We're not talking about NCIX branded water today. We are going to be doing what's hot, awesome deals, tips, and news from NCIX in this 26th episode of Netlinked Weekly. So as always, in the Hog Wild sale event banner, you can find a hidden Linus somewhere in the image. I actually haven't looked for this week's one yet, but if you can't find it in the video version here, don't worry, you can click the link to the banner vault under the video. Now, I had stopped talking about this because I thought that I wasn't in there anymore because I stopped being able to find them. But it looks like Tom the artist has just gotten significantly more tricky. So you guys are going to have to look pretty long and pretty hard to find the last few Linuses hidden in the sale banner. So let's find our top deals from the Hog Wild sale banner. Now this we've actually talked about not that long ago on NCIX Tech Tips, or maybe the episode isn't out yet, I don't know. The point is we filmed it. This is the Lenovo IdeaPad Yoga 11. It's a Tegra 3 powered laptop, tablet thing. It's everything. So this picture kind of, demonstrates what I'm talking about, but you can use it as a laptop. You can flip it up and put it in an A formation and use it as like a tablet that stands on its own. You can flip it like this so that it is standing on the bottom and then just flips up like this, and you can touch it that way, although I'd prefer the A-frame one. Or you can fold the whole thing out and around and use it as a tablet, and the keyboard itself actually turns off so you don't accidentally mash the keys on the back. Very, very cool device, $650, so you can save $150 this week. Sanyo Envelopes are $19.99 for the 4 AA's and the 2 AAA's and the charger. Envelopes are the best thing ever. When it comes to value for batteries, you pretty much shouldn't buy disposables anymore. You should just buy a billion envelopes, put them in everything, have a few chargers. That's what I do. You save so much money, and it's so much time. You don't have to go to the store and buy batteries. It's a waste of time. Ergotron LX desk mount. So basically it'll hold up to a 20-pound, 24-inch screen, and it actually goes this way around, okay? Then it goes this way back and forth. You can actually pivot the entire monitor, swivel, tilt, any kind of control. So if you want something that's a little bit more professional and will allow you to move it around easily, then for $100, it's hard to go wrong. I remember when these used to cost a fortune because they were more like industrial equipment that very few people used. Speaking of screens and value and things that cost less than they used to, you can get a Toshiba 50-inch, 120Hz, 1080p LED TV with 3 HDMI inputs for $659. This is actually just over half of the regular price for this, which is $1,200. So, yeah. I shouldn't have to say much. I mean, how are these so cheap? TVs have gotten to the point where it's just like, yeah, I'll put a TV in every room for the price of what it would have cost for a flat panel TV back when they were all like rear projection and they were, like 38 inches or 42 inches was like a big flat panel. So, yeah, that's just crazy. And finally, there's a bundle deal with the Sony PlayStation 3 160 gig and that BenQ monitor. So this is an NLG official gaming monitor optimized for console. It has 2 HDMI inputs, which means you can easily have it hooked up to your PC on this side, your Xbox or your PlayStation 3, in this case a PS3 on this side, and then you can just use the monitor itself to switch between the 2 different inputs. It does have speakers built in, so it'll take audio signals from either of those devices and play them back for you just like a TV would. So it's great for if you're trying to save space and you want to play games on your console if you're in like a dorm or something like that. And last but not least, this looked like a deal, but it's not. There is a deal. You can save $10 on the SwiftTech Apple GHD, but this is going to be our tip for the website for the week. Customer photos. You can now upload your own product photos for anything on the NCIX site. So you click customer photos right here on the product page, just to the right of the price. Then what you do is you click upload photos up here in the top right. Please note, guys, you do have to wait for the images to be authorized before it'll be displayed on the website. Then you go browse. There are some restrictions on the photo, so it has to be a maximum size of 400 kilobytes just to optimize page loading times. Then you go find the file, upload, and you can see a preview of what it'll look like in the left box. In this case, we've got a few different pictures that we took of the Apple GHD so that we could upload them. And, yes. On to the weekly news. So a Chinese entrepreneur is starting to sell canned air to citizens. Now, this was sort of where I was going with the NCIX water and how refreshing it is. I mean, it seems sort of silly. I mean, honestly, the canned water thing seems silly in the context of, oh, well, now we're taking it to that next level. Does this remind anyone else of that thing in Spaceballs? I mean, what if Rick Moranis hadn't even bothered to continue with his acting career, which he kind of didn't, but what if he had just sort of, at that point, gone, holy crap, this Perrier thing, you know, where they open up things, is like the smartest thing ever. Let's do this. Well, someone has, he actually kind of looks like Rick Moranis. So, yeah. I don't know. I don't even know what to say, guys. Leave a comment under the video because I think this is going to be a good discussion topic. What do you think of the idea of selling cans of fresh air, like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, or... There's just nothing to say. I'm moving along. Other weekly news, BlackBerry 10 is here. So RIM has officially changed their name to BlackBerry. Even their stock DBA, or their stock ticker is done. They're BlackBerry now. And they have put pretty much all of their marbles into this sort of, well, redesigned, re-engineered, and reinvented BlackBerry experience. So they've completely redone the OS. The browser is apparently phenomenally fast. And the overall usage scenario from the reviews of one of the new phones seem pretty strong. The device itself looks compelling. I mean, as a Canadian, I'm kind of, you know, like I'm rooting for them and all that. But guys, another great thing. Leave a comment about it. What do you think? Is BlackBerry 10 and the new phones, are they going to save BlackBerry, or is it just sort of too little too late? And our next news item is Grand Theft Auto 5 has been delayed for another 4 months. So this is not the first time they've delayed it, but there's good news to go along with it as well. I don't know if you guys remembered, I actually tweeted about this, where there was a petition for people to sign up, just begging Rockstar to make a PC version of Grand Theft Auto 5 because they had said they weren't going to make one. And I actually had a lot of negative responses to me talking about that because people were like, oh, no one reads those petitions anyway. Looks like even though it's going to be delayed, PC users will at some point get to enjoy it because Rockstar has retracted everything they said about not releasing Grand Theft Auto 5 for PC. I mean, whether they plan to do it all along is sort of hard to say, but they're officially going to be releasing a PC version. So there's bad news and good news, but you know, hopefully we can all enjoy both aspects of the news equally. Thank you for checking out this week's episode of Netlinked Weekly, What's Hot Awesome Deals from NCIX and Tips and News. Don't forget to subscribe to NCIX Tech Tips for more videos like this from your favorite detailer, NCIX.com.